Hi, thanks for joining me for this week's quick business tip. I'm Jennifer, and today we have a very special guest, Christine Bove. She is a style expert from New York, and she does so much more than simply change the way you dress. She transforms your lifestyle. Christine, tell us about all of the things that you're doing right now.
Thank you for having me on. I'm so excited to be here. And one of the things that I like to focus on with women is all about helping them to understand that when we look at our wardrobe as an opportunity to help us kind of create not just a look, but a look that empowers us and builds our confidence, and that creates a new identity. So when we are elevating our businesses or we're leaving one career from another, we transition into a new chapter of our life. And a lot of times we're looking to elevate our confidence, our skills, and increase our wealth, increase our leadership, our authority. And that's a whole new energy. And so as you're doing all that transformation, you're looking at your wardrobe to think, what am I going to do with it that is going to be part of my success tool? And I say that as a closet full of looks for you to get ready every morning really makes it setting the tone for your day easier. You save time, you save energy, you know what works. When you have your looks picked out for that speaking event or being on camera or being on video and interview, then you're going to have more opportunities coming to you because you don't have to waste time shopping, returning things, figuring out what to wear, wasting money. A closet of clothes that really honor who you are becoming is where you step into your power and you save your time, money, and energy, and it just overall has a great impact on your success.
Yes, I we were talking earlier and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about all of the time that I spend shopping and then returning or you think you're saving time shopping online and then doing those returns and how many things didn't get returned in the return window and now you're stuck with
Yeah.
them and you're donating." Yeah. So I was like, "Oh crap. Like there's a lot more going into this than I really realized." So I know that some of the things that you're doing right now is helping women as they are increasing their visibility. So
Yes.
what are some of the things that you're doing with those type of unique situations?
So when we're increasing our visibility, whether you're redoing your website, you're getting a photo branding shoot because it's for your social media or a marketing campaign, it's a very overwhelming process. You have a lot of people who want a lot of different things from you. They want you to pose a certain way so that they could put copy in that picture. They need something in a certain layout. They want certain colors. You have a lot of opinions from a lot of people. I've been down this road myself when I redid my website many years ago. And I had a video going on. I had the copyright. Everybody had an opinion on everything, and it was overwhelming. But your style is something that if you have that set up correctly, if you've got the style understanding, like for the websites, I need these looks because when you're doing your website, you're not going to do it all the time. So you want timeless looks on that website. But when you're doing your kind of social media stuff, you probably want a range. You want to show yourself casual, you want to show yourself professional, just a variety. So that type of photo shoot, you want to have different looks for that. But for your branding on your website, you want to make sure those are times looks because you're not changing that out all the time. That is something that needs to work with the layout of your website. It needs to work with the marketing campaign you have so that, I know you have people where you're like, I need this type of photo. And so when you're thinking about that overall process, you want to make sure that you can do this in a calm, focused method with a plan that says, all right, here's the wardrobe I've got, but how much of that's going to work with the photos that I need? And then how am I going to add in the pieces that I need without going crazy, hours of shopping, having a meltdown, like I don't have the right shoes or I don't have this, because we often just get so overwhelmed with what we're doing that we shop at the last minute. We think something's going to work. We're relying on a stylist in the store who doesn't know all the back components of why you need a picture or why you need an outfit for a picture a certain way. They don't get that. So, what I like to do is be that person who can get all those pieces together so you're calm and relaxed. And I understand business and I understand what's going on in the marketing perspective. So I can get you the looks that work for what everybody in your team is needing.
Yeah. So how does that work? If someone's like, so if I were a little bit smarter about things and came to you before my photo shoot, I just did one. So, in 3 or 4 months, we'll be doing this again. But if I came to you first, what does that process look like? Do you work with people virtually? Are you only working with women in New York? Like, tell me more about that.
Yeah, so I work with women virtually and in person. And basically, the first step is defining your style. I need to know what it is you want to convey because the clothes are going to be like if you're wanting being edgy, if you want to be just more polished, professional, if you want a casual look, but it's casual, but it's polished because you work from home a lot. It depends on all these just simple questions for me to understand what look we're getting. So it's almost like I get a formula. I get a formula of 3 words, whether that's casual chic, whether that's sexy, confident, vibrant, like each of those words conveys something. And I put it like into a little formula so that when we're going to pick out the wardrobe, when I'm looking at the pieces from your current closet, I'm going through and I'm saying, okay, that's going to work. So let's take those. We'll put outfits over there. And then we look at what else do we need. So I come into to a variety of ways I can work with somebody. If someone's just doing small headshots and just a small group of pictures, I can just create 5 different looks for you. And that's one way I can help you. But if somebody's like, hey, you know what? I've got a lot going on in my closet. I'd like to clean it out. I'd like to get organized and I'd like to have the outfits set up and just give me a shopping list. That's another perfect way to do that. Or you're like, hey, I want everything. Help me clean it out, help me go shopping and create these looks. And then I like also, and not many stylists do this, but I will give you a full map out plan and write out the notes of what the significance of this outfit is. So you can say to your marketing person, this is what we're conveying. So if I post this on social media, this is what I kind of want to say based on this outfit and this look. I like to get into the details of that because it connects you more to your audience.
Yeah, that's amazing because if you're like you could be in the outfit at the photo shoot and if you don't understand like what the overall picture is because you're just there like I've done it like
Yeah,
you're there, you're uncomfortable, you don't want to get your picture taken. They're having you like do different angles and stuff. And if you're not there with notes that says, this is my power outfit, or this is my, approachable outfit, or this is, um, if, if the photographer has that information, then they're able to help you with poses that help convey that message even more so, right?
absolutely. Because you see a lot of women, and I always ask my clients to look at their mentors. Go look at people that you like and bring those pictures back to me so I can see what it is that you're liking about maybe it is Victoria Beckham, maybe it is somebody like Tory Burch, maybe it is like these well-known people where they're sitting at their desk, where they're posing here, where they have all these poses. So why are you relating to that? What is it that you're drawn to? And then how are we going to create the outfit and the inspiration from that? I don't like to copy anything, but after a while, there's so many poses that we can do, but you want to find poses that are comfortable for you because a lot of times people will say, oh, when you cross your arms, it looks too like you had an attitude, but they're not understanding why you want to do that pose and why it shows up in your marketing, your email, in that direction, because they're looking at a photo. They don't see that this is going along with the promotion that you're doing or a statement that you're trying to make. And there's lots of components that I think women get overwhelmed. So when they're done with their photo shoot, they're kind of like, ah, and then the team was like, well, I really needed a photo like this. And this happened to me many years ago where I had a web designer and she wanted to put my photo on top of the header, but we were just going to take out like kind of the outline of my me. But so she said, take the picture with a background that was white. And we did. We took a picture with the background. I guess it wasn't a white that she needed compared to this. So I did get a snarky comment back. And I always laugh at this. But she's like, I did want a picture with white. And I'm like, oh, I guess there was tones of white that I didn't know. So, I mean, now today we have so much more better tools to edit things, but there are things sometimes that your marketing team and your um, support team and your web design team, they want things and we don't communicate it right. And then all of a sudden we take these pictures $3,000 later and they're kind of like, well, now this didn't come out the way I want. Now we got to change this. And all of a sudden you're spending more money. Everybody's a little more tensed. And I like to avoid that. So if you have that clear plan in the process and you really understand when you're going to invest that much money, what am I investing in? Why is this picture here? Why are we doing this? Then you convey that to the photographer, the makeup artist, and then everything is on spot.
Yeah. So when you're working with someone like specifically for a new photo shoot, are you kind of helping them, like even just give them like a list of like 5 or 6 questions that they can ask all the people that are going to be involved in the situation? Because I mean, as someone who does web design, I've had like they're giving me a lot of the tall, skinny pictures, but nothing that and then if we have a picture that's wider, they don't like the background. And I'm just, but we do need some of these pictures. Like we can't have just like tall skinny pictures everywhere on your website. It kind of makes the text funny looking. So yeah, do you help them with those questions or do you have like a checklist or something?
Yeah, so I really asked them, okay, where are we taking these pictures? Like, where are we going to use them? And then once they're telling me, okay, it's going to be on my website, and this is, I'm going to need one for my header, understanding exactly what you said, it's like, okay, then you need that wide picture, which means, am I just going to take you from the top up and put a background behind you? Or do you have a special pose? Do you want to be sitting on a sofa? Like everyone has that. And I want to hear from them, what does that mean? So I am asking those questions like, where are these photos going? Because that's part of, like I said, I want a timeless pieces for your website because they're there longer. But if they're social media, it's a whole different component. But you also got to remember is that what you're saying too is like, do you need to be pushed off to the side? And if you are going to kind of be sitting, I want to make sure that their jacket or their top is not pulling because sometimes people put on the blazer and they like it opened, but they know that they can't close it because it's just that smudge kind of jacket. And the photographer says, well, close the jacket. And you're like, oh no. You go to close it and then it's pulling. You want to make sure that if you're going to pose, the pieces of your wardrobe don't have that funny. They don't bulk up, they don't lie flat, they're not, gathering on top. And those are little things that I like to really understand the poses that they're going for and the places of these photos, because then I will say, well, that outfit isn't going to work because, of what you want. I just worked with an artist and I love what we're kind of doing for her. I said, for your overall header, she said to me, I want a picture with me like painting. And I said, great. I said, so let's get a pair of jeans, let's get a tank top, let's get a fun scarf, and, have the photographer, make that your kind of header picture. And I think that would really stand out. So you're painting, but you're just like, barefoot, jeans, tank top, and a really cool scarf, because she had a bunch of really cool scarves. And so that kind of went with her energy as a playful artist. So it's those little things that you need to think about when you're doing that. So we did those playful pictures, but then we did pictures that were polished and professional for when she needs to send in a bio for her going to an art festival and she needs that picture there. So you need to know what type of pictures you need. And once you convey that to me and I've got that down, then I help you really pick those outfits out.
That's amazing. I love what you are doing for women and just, I mean, really, if even just the helping them save time every day when they're standing in their closet and know that they have to, look good, feel good. And, there's so many times where it's just like, I have a closet full of clothes and absolutely nothing I want to wear. So I feel like we've all been there. And so love that you are helping people with this. Is there anything like, say we're not doing a photo shoot today, like, but is there anything that we can give the listeners that they can start implementing immediately to maybe just level up their confidence as they are getting dressed and doing things that are a little bit more visible?
Yeah, so what I would say is every morning you're getting dressed, you want to put something on. How does it feel? If it doesn't excite you, if it doesn't feel good, if it's not fitting you perfectly, if it's like, way too small and you haven't worn it in a year, let's get rid of it. Because the more you can get rid of what no longer works, the more you're making space for the new you. So donating it. Now you can sell on, the Real Thread Up, but a lot of stores are actually buying pieces back. Like Coach will buy your bag back. And I have a whole post on that. But you can go and take that money and go buy the pieces that are going to look amazing on you.
Yeah.
So when you free it up and you start to see that these are the pieces that are left that make me feel good, then you have a better confidence of saying, okay, now I need to go out and buy a closet that really represents me. If you shop with the attitude of, I am worth it, and this is not coming home with me unless it fits me perfectly and it really energizes me. And when you try it on, you've stood up and you've sat down in it. Because sometimes we try something on and we're standing in it, but we never realize that we sit down and we're like, oh no, it kind of pulled or in the back. If you keep taking those principles and you commit to that, you buy better clothes. You save yourself time and money than constantly just bringing something home because it feels good to shop.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. We're all guilty of that too.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
okay, so we're going to put everything in the show notes, but like even that post that you referenced about the stores buying things back, how would somebody go about learning more about you, working with you? What are the best ways?
Best ways, you can visit my website, christinebove.com, and book a call with me to talk about what your challenges are. Let's just chat. Let's just figure out, maybe I can give you guidance, or maybe there's a service that I have that would be ideal for you, that would be worth it for you to take the time to invest in yourself and the hours you're going to save in wasted shopping when you work with me can really put you in the direction. So visit me at christinebove.com and book a call and let's talk about what's going on for you and what challenges you are. Because sometimes we need to have that conversation with somebody else to get that light bulb moment of like, oh, I didn't realize I was doing that.
Yes. Yes, and I can tell you guys from firsthand experience, she's a lovely person to talk to. She isn't high pressure, and she is certainly not going to sell you anything that isn't going to improve your life. So I will put all the links in the show notes, and we will get some people feeling a lot better about themselves and their closet and saving tons of time and money.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Christine. And thanks for joining us this week. If you would please subscribe and share so that more people can learn from quick business tips. I'm Jennifer with Limitless Impact Agency and my special guest, Christine Bove.